knows, he knows. Brunos, what you tryna find out? 3, 2, 1, Bruno knows starts now.
Yo, welcome back, guys, to another episode of BruKnows. Today, I'm super excited. I have one of the biggest rappers coming out of Denver right now. He's essentially establishing the market here, man. They call him AP. That's actually the Instagram handle as well. Yeah. Welcome, brother. Thanks for coming on.
I appreciate you having me, bro.
Yeah, to set the tone. I want to set the tone for everybody, right? Okay. So we're just going to jump into an instrumental if you're cool with it.
Yeah, let's get it.
And then we'll get a little talk going, bro. I just want to get some bars.
Yeah, let's get it. Yeah. Sound like some shit I like right here. Tuck my chains in.
Tuck them in.
So my shit ain't making noise.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Battle my conscience, hope I'm the winner. Hope you forgive me, you hear me, I'm still a sinner. Still addicted to this weed and the vibe. Sundress seasoning fries amongst the eager and fly. We been talking like we big shit. Hanging out, enjoying life like we ain't miss shit. Like we ain't wish we had our homies back for this shit. Faded, we promised to pay that homage. Hope they guard me on my way to these comments. Cause we all need an angel to keep them off us. Do everything I can not to be in debt or a coffin. Took everything I am to afford the losses it costs us. While everything I plan burn quicker than we can talk it. But just for that I need longevity for my niggas. Money counting, speeding and counters up with my hitters. And if it come, I risk everything for you if you with us. Hope you do for me. And if it's not, I make it clear for y'all to see. Yeah.
Hey, damn, bro. That's bars on bars, bro. I'm pumped,
yeah.
bro. All right,
bro.
All right, you got one more on this? Or?
Yeah, I got something else.
All right, bro. Get him, bro. This is what Denver's doing. What y'all doing, bro? This is what Denver's doing.
Let me see if I can remember it, though.
Yeah.
It's like, imitation is flattery at its finest. A god in his own mind need nothing short of a goddess. A man with talent needs to be everything minus modest. A plan of action waters the seed of all that I got us. And Lord knows I got us. I'm on my own with my anger. With grudges that I held for the ones who put me in danger. Not harm, I mean influence. Not doing shit, now we strangers.
Bro, that's fire. That's fire.
Yeah. Appreciate
you, bro. Hell yeah. I got one more, bro.
Let's
just
go.
Because I gotta hear you on this.
Yeah.
This is the surprise beat we were talking about.
Oh, you talking about? Okay.
I've just heard this multiple times.
Yeah.
You know, I be watching some rap shit, bro. I be looking at freestyles and shit. That shit's always fun for me. Let's see.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Yeah. Okay, I hear it down bad. Yeah. I'm gonna run that same bag. Hold up. Back when I was 9 and wanted all the sneakers, the hardest fits with all the newest shit, with all the features. They dreamed in class that they would play my shit through all the speakers. And 10 years later, I come back to ball on all my teachers. I saw the bleachers filled with kids who ruling you was winning. But every time I took a loss, felt like a new beginning. They always seem to show true colors through that shit we been in. That's when I heard your biggest enemies, your co-defendant. We ain't do no dependent, so we soaked all game, that shit'll never fade. Learn to chase cheese, life moments, and better days. I learned shit firsthand, I'd rather get us paid. Make club visits and fuck bitches who never stayed. They say I'm crazy, these times made me, they fine lately. Used to look forward to shining, these niggas blind lately. And lately I've been too solid to let the grind shape me. So now I roll up that fire and let my mind take me back like, yeah.
Bro, fuck, dog. Fuck, man. I think you just got your new biggest fan, bro. I didn't know it was like that, bro. I was listening to some songs, but damn,
nah,
bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
Especially in my ear like that, your boys. That was a blessing, bro.
Yeah.
That was a blessing. Thanks for blessing the podcast, bro.
I appreciate y'all having me,
welcome,
bro.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome, Sakani, your manager, bro. That man's cool. We're from Aco, bro.
Right
we're from the same streets.
Liverpool
over there, bro. Mm-hmm. But no, that's awesome. How'd you two meet?
We got a lot of mutual friends. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of met in passing. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how we end up meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, and over the years we like I would pick his brain on stuff, and he's a smart dude. You know what I'm saying? When he focus in on stuff, when he lock in.
Would you like to call?
Oops, sorry.
I was going to say, what the fuck?
I think that might have been me.
Nah, but when he lock in, you know what I'm saying? He's somebody to take advice from, to listen to, because he really knows his shit. You know what I'm saying? I always respected that about him.
Isn't that cool, though? Like how some relationships just flourish, you know? And you might meet people in passing. But one thing I think is really crazy, right? There's 7 billion people on the planet, right? And even the fact that we're both here, like our parents had to make their choices to meet each other, to then have you, like, yo, if dad pulled out one time, one time. Exactly. And then you go and make your own choices, and they go and make, so like even the odds that you and I are in this room, bro, damn near fucking impossible, let alone same city. So sometimes like, when you run into somebody and you just catch a vibe like that, it's like, that's how those things flourish. I think a lot of people think, you know, not necessarily like I got to bring all my friends with me, but you do have some friends where it's like when you're younger, right? And sometimes like that relationship maybe not serve you anymore, just because, hey, just because you've known somebody 20 years.
All been through it.
Exactly.
You outgrow people, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
And naturally, you know, you gotta be somebody who understands that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you deal with a lot of people. You got a lot of friends. You got a lot of, you know, people that's been around you for a long time. You gonna really start to see that as you get older and as you start to take what you love serious. You know what I'm saying? So, I agree with that. 100%.
Well, let me ask you this, man. How long how long since your first like drop song that you were like, hey, I'm gonna be a rapper?
How long has it been since then?
Yeah, how long has it been? How long you been in the game?
About 11 years, bro.
11 years, bro? That's awesome.
11 years, man.
Do you remember your first post? Like, what was it on? What kind of platform was it on?
MySpace.
MySpace?
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
yeah. Had a couple of songs and stuff. We used to post, you know, you make your little widget.
Yeah, you got a bunch of girls in your top 5 or some shit, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Was it a top 8?
yeah. Well, you could pick, you know? You could pick. Yeah. And I always kept it small. Well, sometimes I have big ones.
Keep your shit exclusive.
It was like a ranking, though, bro. I love that, honestly. MySpace was sick, dude. So you were just dropping songs? What was
I was just dropping shit,
recording process? Was it like on your phone or something? Or?
Nah, I actually, when I first wanted to record, I actually was fortunate enough to find people who had studios, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I ended up meeting Trev.
Yeah.
Like the first studio that I recorded at was one of my boy Miracle, Colorado Miracle.
Yeah.
He had a studio in his grandma's basement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was all legit. It sounded good, all that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he would invite me over there, you know, sometimes. First, I went over there just to kick it a couple times, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of catch a vibe and shit. Yeah. You know, I was kind of shy to do my songs, you know, in front of people. I had people all in the studio and shit, so eventually, you know, we got around to it. And,
bro, you get comfortable, get confident, you know what I'm saying?
I was fortunate to be with, like I said, people who already knew how to mix, master, and all that shit.
Yeah.
So it made me really want to do this shit, you know, because it sounded right. And, you know, I've always had, you know, the approval of my peers and stuff like that. Like when I showed them music, they always fucked with it. So, you know, it felt good, you know, because of that quality sound in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, that's so crazy because you think, you know, I'm the kind of person. So last year, I turned 26. Yeah. And I love music, bro. I'm like such a big fan of just music in general. I mean, I'm always bumping shit, right? And, you know, I really like Russ because in my mind, if I was going to be like, my thing is I would hate to be embarrassed, right? Now there's people in music game. I'm not like, hey, help me make a song, and I show up and I'm the rookie garbage. Like I don't have anything, right? So I was like, okay, well, maybe if I learn the entire process, like mix, master, produce, do the lyrics, you know? And I started doing the fucking shit with the like piano and shit. And I was like, I paid for a course by like Charlie Pluth and shit. So he's like teaching everybody how to do it. And I bought all the equipment, bro. I started making it, and I was like, I fucking hate this. But it was awesome because it was like
process when you step on the other side of it, man. There's so many little bitty things to that, you know, that you could do to a song to alter it in your own ways, you know, but it also takes a lot of effort in creating that sound, you know what I'm saying? I learned that when I started to record myself and try to mix and all that type of shit, like, you know, but
I respected it immediately. I was like, damn, bro, these beats that people are making, this isn't some like,
it's not no overnight easy shit. Bro, you gotta really like, know what you
gotta be a master of it. And that's where it clicked in my head, where it's like, for you to be a master of anything, they say 10,000 hours, right? So I'm like, damn, I would have to spend 10,000 hours at this just to be considered like a master in that craft. Does that sound like something, a venture worth taking? And I was like, nah.
Right.
So if I were to ever do it, I'm not gonna do that piece because that piece is hard, you know. Well, it's all hard.
That's why they say you just gotta focus on the step in front of you. Because I think with anything, if you thought about it in that sense, like damn, 10,000 hours from right here, right? You know what I'm saying? It would be kind of intimidating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and that's where it's not like I'm not willing to do it. Yeah. I'm not willing to do it for
you gotta know you
because I'm more of like a wrestler than you know what I'm saying, and I'm more of like a business like businessman. You know, so it's like man, I could apply those 10,000 hours. Build my company, support my family, right? And now I got like a wife and kids. Because I know, like, you know, you think, especially for artists, right? And I'm sure now you're in a position where it's like, hey, whoa, like I'm making bread off my music, which was the dream all along, right? But there's a lot of artists, like for years, they got to put their own money into
that
it.
shit,
Yeah. That shit's expensive, bro. Shit can get expensive.
Yeah. You'll really find out if you love this shit.
Yeah, bro. For real. But that's for, I mean, you're wearing a hat that says dedicated, right? Yeah. And like, I could tell that about you immediately. When you did decide, like, when you were making the music, did you decide, like, I'm going to do this? Like, was it something where you're like, this is made for me or what?
Yeah, for sure. I like... Even before I was making songs like that, I would listen to songs and in my head envision myself singing them, you know what I'm saying, or rapping it. And like, I don't know, ain't really no other way to explain that shit than like, it was just like, it just always felt good. And like in a way, I feel like music runs the world. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, you can't do nothing or think of nothing without a song playing in the background or whatever.
It's attached to like memories.
Yeah,
you know?
everything. So
I'll tell you right now, anytime I play Drake albums, More Life. That's what I was listening to, like the year I All American. In my warm-ups and shit. So like when I play Free Smoke, bro, your boy gets in a different like mindset.
Hell
it's just like,
for real. That ain't nothing else could do that for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love this shit, bro.
Who was the first person that like kind of you listened to their rap and you were like, man, like this is dope. Like the person that made you fall in love with rap music?
Tupac, for sure.
Tupac, for sure.
Yeah,
man.
You know what I'm saying? I was singing them songs before I was allowed to cuss. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you little and your parents check you every time you say a bad word. It was rough, you know what I'm saying? But I was a rebel, you know what I mean? So I was singing all the I probably knew and still know to this day all the Tupac songs in order on every album.
Dang,
you know what I'm saying? Because like that's how I listen to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's awesome. Is that like, if you had to have like a top 5, Tupac's one?
Yeah, Tupac
because
for sure.
of that?
Yeah,
Who's your top 5 if you had to throw it up there? I hate to, like that,
for sure.
that inspired you.
Okay, like, that inspired me. I'll say Tupac, J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, and Westside Boogie.
Westside Boogie, huh?
Yeah, and he knew, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? But
no, bro.
Like it's like, you know, I created music with the homies and different people over the years, and I feel like, you know, there's certain people I could create in a room with, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Boogie's music, you know what I'm saying, I relate to that the most. You know what I'm saying? The sound, the vibe, all that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
Dude, so when I was a kid, we had some family friends, and I was always like the youngest of all the family like kids, right? They were all like 18, 19, like 17, and your boy's like 13 years old. No, I was younger. I was like 9, bro. Yeah, I was like in 3rd grade or something. And I would just kick it with them. And I had this one friend. His name was Lucas. Shout out Lucas. My bad for this. But we were over at his parents' house, bro. We were over at his parents' house one time. And I went in his room, right? And I'm like chilling. He's like the cool, like, he's like my big brother. Like, homie, like, was big bro. And I found this CD, and it was Eazy-E's album, Easy Does It, bro. And I played it like in his little Walkman, bro. And I was like, oh, this shit's hard. And I like had never heard rap before, like really. And like, cause I moved here from Brazil, you know, so we probably listen to Brazilian music at home. So I plugged this shit in. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm taking this, bro. So sorry, bro, but I stole this dude's CD. And cause back then I was, you know, 3rd grade. There's like a little Walkman. So bro, I'm just on the bus, just like bumping Eazy-E, and I know like every song on
That's
that,
hard.
every word on that album.
Yeah.
And you know, the guy was explicit, bro. But that's what I loved about it. I don't even know if it was like, it was the music too, but it was also like, oh, I'm saying some bad fucking words. You know what I'm saying? So that's like what drew me to rap. But I'm a big Drake fan, man.
Yeah.
I think more as like a creator in general, I feel like he's been able to adapt a ton, you know, like he could jump on a freaking, you know, like London fucking beat, like, and just rip it the same way.
Yeah, Drake don't miss.
Yeah, bro. Never. Even his last album where I was like, come on, bro. I was thinking we were going to have some hype shit.
Yeah.
Even now I play it back and I'm like, okay, that's hard.
Yeah.
You know? He dropped like Certified Lover Boy like on my birthday, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And I came back from the clubs.
Yeah.
It was like 4 a.m. when it hit because we were in Miami.
Yeah.
I was like, my wife's like, come to bed. I'm like, I'm playing every song on this fucking.
For sure.
I'm playing it, bro. I'm staying up.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Who do you like to create with? I mean, are there people that you necessarily don't record with, but you create with?
My boy Keenan Trayvon. I feel like we got a good chemistry on records. You know what I'm saying?
I think I know Keenan too.
Trev.
Yeah.
As well. Me and Trev, we kind of treat it like a competition every time, though. You know what I'm saying? So we just over the years, he'll try not to let me hear his verse before. He's like, nah, write your shit and then go record
some
it.
homie shit.
You ain't gonna get to hear my shit yet.
Yeah,
but
bro, that's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? But they're probably two of my favorite artists to record with, because typically I don't really like to record with people. I don't even really like people being there while I'm recording a lot of times. Yeah. Like you'll find like when you recording, especially when if you're recording yourself, that you're way more comfortable to try some shit. You know, when it's just you in the room, you know, and it sounds weird to everybody. Like you gotta hear it when it's done, motherfucker. Don't be over there judging me and shit. Yeah, bro. And it kind of fucks up just the process. You know what I'm saying? So I actually like to record in the room by myself. Yeah. Yeah.
So what is your process? I mean, are you typically like freestyling?
I usually write when I get to the studio.
Okay. So you'll get to the studio and just like, do you
see how I'm
picture a
feeling
beat?
that day? Nah.
You play a beat?
I gotta hear it that day. I recorded songs to beats that I didn't like before. You know what I'm saying? I literally go off of how I feel that day. Okay. Like some days I'll hear some shit that I hated 2 months ago and be like, damn, this is hard.
So wait. You sit down to write. Is the beat playing or is it
the beat's always playing.
Yeah. And then you just run through it like how many times? Like 100 times same beat?
It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. Yeah, how I'm feeling that day. You know, I honestly say my best shit comes out when I don't overthink it and it comes to me quick. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I'll take 3-4 hours just to come up with 2 songs. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know, that's just the process. Sometimes you can come up with 5-6 songs in that time. Sometimes only 2 songs.
Dang, you know? Bro. That's so cool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's always different. You ever like, today's not the day? You just roll out?
A lot, bro.
You're just like, fuck this, bro.
I've wasted a lot of 4-hour sessions with, shout out my boy Rocky. Yeah. I book a lot of sessions with him sometimes, and I'll go through 1,000 beats. You know what I'm saying? You just hear me changing beats every few seconds. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you just ain't feeling it that day. Yeah. And that's part of music too.
And what's that process of, you know, as an artist to get like beats? Or people, you buy them online and stuff?
Yeah. You go online. Now they make it a lot easier.
Like
you know
packages?
what I'm saying? If you're doing it the right way, you know, if you're listening to beats on YouTube, there's usually a link below the video to BeatStars where you can go and purchase the beat.
Oh, okay. And they might package it for you. Like, here's like 5-10 beats.
You can listen to BeatStars, YouTube, SoundClick, stuff like that, and just run through playlists of beats. Yeah. All kinds of producers. The same producers that Lil Baby and them were using, all of them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
These platforms help people make their money. Shout out BeatStars because
that's awesome.
They've given a lot of producers a real chance at making a living off of this shit.
Yeah. And how does typically, like, beyond maybe like ticket sales or concerts, I mean, how does are the platforms paying the artist, or is it per view or like listen, or how does that typically work? So like a Spotify, they'll give you guys a percentage of how much like people listen to it or
Yeah.
like monthly listeners?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just start like distributing your music on those
Yeah,
platforms
on those platforms
and
and try to run them numbers up, you know, get
Yeah,
your promotion
bro.
on, get your marketing right, you know. That's something I'm just now learning, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I dropped a lot of good shit that I just didn't have the marketing, you know.
But yeah, bro, marketing is super important, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel like, because you mentioned you just got like, you know, more taking it more serious, right?
Yeah.
Learning more about it. When did you kind of realize like, oh, was it just that you were seeing like other artists with maybe like not as good music or, you know, just
that was
seeing them
that was
blow
one
up?
of the things. And
Sometimes it's who you know what I'm saying?
and
Being in the right rooms.
and just like the feedback on my music, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of the times would be like, you know, people coming to me and they're like, why are you not on? Like, what? Like, why don't you have as many views? Like, what's going on? I'm like,
because the
yeah,
music
why the
is
fuck-
fire, man.
Yeah,
You're like, yeah, bro,
what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
you know, so yeah, man, it's a little bit of a combination of all that.
And I think that's with everything, you know, it's like product distribution,
Yeah.
communicating, right? Like, and at the same time, I mean, that's what marketing is, right? Like, well, all you need to do is get people to listen, and when they do, they'll fuck with the song, you know, because you're putting out great music. But, you know, we were going to do the podcast at 10, right?
Yeah.
I know some stuff happened. We shot one earlier. But you had your girls with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many kids do you have?
I got 2 daughters.
2 daughters,
Yeah.
bro. Damn.
4 and
wow,
5.
That's awesome.
About to be 5 and 6.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. Me and the wife are actually expecting.
Damn, congratulations.
Thank you, bro.
Dope.
We are 9 weeks right now.
Okay.
But it's awesome, man. It's awesome. And we've had like situations where people have had dreams or like, I just get a feeling, bro, I'm going to have all girls. Like, I just know for some reason.
It feels like that.
Yeah.
But then, you know,
Then you know.
you never know.
Yeah.
You know?
It's kind of like Kobe, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody wanted to see like a Kobe son to watch him ball, but it's like they say that like all the, you know, all the alphas always have all girls, you know? And you know, in the rap game, bro, I'm sure the daughters get to see like, you know, a softer side of dad, you know?
for sure.
How cool has it been to raise your daughter? How old are they, by the way?
They're 4 and 5. They'll be 5 and 6.
Oh, bro, so they're dang, that's
They'll be 5 and 6.
awesome, bro.
One of them, my oldest is her birthday is in 2 days.
Wow.
My youngest, she's December 30th, but they'll be 5 and 6.
Dude, they probably got crazy energy around the house.
Oh
huh?
man, way too much.
Keeping up with them.
Way
you
too
know?
much. Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you feel like have either of them showed like, because you're always doing music, right? Like kind of any like musical like.
Yeah, they love music right now. You know what I'm saying? They love all the catchy little rap songs. They want to listen to the same couple of songs every morning on the way to school. Nicki Minaj,
so cool.
Monster Verse, some girl named Jane. I don't know. A song is called Money. It's an Asian chick name, and the song is called Money. And then they want to listen to Money by Bia. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's awesome.
They rap word for word.
And 2 of them are money, so it's all good. Yeah, at least they're focused too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, man, that's awesome. I assume that like you played sports at some point, right? Because you're freaking a big person.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm like, what's up, bro? Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, I played basketball.
Yeah,
most
bro.
of my life, yeah.
So basketball was actually my first love, bro.
Yeah.
So I grew up playing basketball until I got to high school.
Yeah.
Except I was 4'11", 85 pounds. So I was just like, it's just not happening.
Yeah, it wasn't happening. You had to be a point guard or something. But
and that shit moved me into wrestling.
Yeah.
You know?
Muggsy did it though. Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah, bro. And I believed in that, except I also played football that year.
Yeah.
And it was like some of the same coaches.
Yeah.
And your boy was always athletic. Like, I have like a 49-inch vert and I have like a 12-foot broad jump. Like, I could fuck up a combine, bro.
Yeah.
Like, 225, I could rep it like 30 times, like 32 times.
Yeah.
And that's like lineman numbers.
Right.
So your boy's always been athletic.
Yeah.
I was always strong, but they just like didn't give me the reps,
Right.
didn't give me the snaps.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not about to go through this
Right.
again. And then went into wrestling.
Yeah.
But dude, I love to play pickup and stuff. What position were you back in the day?
I was a power forward.
Power forward?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. And you played for Montbello?
I played for Montbello.
That's awesome.
I went to DU. I also played at Regis.
Dang, bro. So you were having like a career of your own.
Yeah, I was balling. But I started to realize, as I was reaching the end of my college career that I didn't really love it like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care to go to the NBA. So I'm like, I'm going to figure out what else I want to do.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and it's kind of what we were talking about earlier, right? I think that anybody given a certain, skill set can accomplish anything if they apply their mind to it.
Right.
When I got done wrestling, I love wrestling, and it's like, well, I could try and make the U.S. Olympic team.
Yeah.
Well, that might take me 10 years, and I do believe that if I set my mind to it,
you could have did that
I
shit
could
for
get,
sure.
yeah. But it was also like, okay, I don't want to spend 10 years trying to build like a business. I've always just been more intrigued by business itself, but it was a fun thing to do.
Right.
And then recently I get reached out to by the Brazilian Olympic team, which I'm Brazilian anyways, because they didn't have one at the time. Like as I was wrestling, they had one, but it wasn't like, there yet.
Yeah.
And so now I'm flying out in 2 weeks for a national tournament.
Damn.
And then if I win that, it doesn't qualify me or anything, but I'm just trying to get a gauge of how people are.
Yeah.
And then next year I'd have to win another tournament, and then I'd be on the Olympic team after I win that one.
Damn.
Yeah, and then there's other qualifiers.
Yeah, put that work in, bro.
So they called me.
You can do that. Yeah, for sure.
And like the Olympic team in Brazil isn't as good as the U.S. team, So it's kind of like it's something that I could do passively.
You stand out.
Exactly. And I could probably make it, right?
Yeah.
So I thought of it as like 10 years of hard work and maybe not make it. Now it's like a year of some work and I can make it for my home country. It's like, I'll do that. Yeah, sure. I'm willing to put a year, not 10,
Do that shit.
When you left college, right? I mean, you're hooping. Was there any part of you that you're like, I'm going to get into the workforce, or did you know that you were like doing music at the time?
Yeah,
too?
I knew I was doing music at that time.
Yeah.
Like after a few years of doing it, just I was linked up with a couple of like important people, you know what I'm saying, and they that always gave me that confirmation, like you got it, like take it serious, you know what I'm saying, and I did that, So thankfully I was confident in what I wanted to do that early, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it takes a lot of people, time to figure out. I was talking about my brother earlier, and like my brother, he's going to school to be an actor, but before that he wanted to do YouTube, and before that he wanted to do like TikTok, and bro, he grew, and before that he wanted like an Instagram page for like basketball or something. So he like built that, had a ton of followers, got his account hacked, then he jumped on TikTok, got like 400,000 followers, quit, did YouTube, like 150,000 subscribers, right? And he just kind of like always knew where, I feel like me, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I did wrestling, but that's not me. Until I found kind of business too. And now it's even stuff like this, right? Like the first time I sat down, it just felt right. It's just like,
natural.
I haven't done too many. It's not bad. Huh? It's kind of fun.
This is dope.
Cool. So the same thing here, and as I have
you got
people
you something
on,
right here. For sure.
As I bring people on, I'm like, oh, like that gives me the confirmation too, especially people I respect, because I'm not having nobody on here I don't respect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell nah.
Never. But no, man, I think it's super exciting. What is tell me a little bit about the album you just dropped. What number is this album like? Do you
Losses
know
is shit. Nah.
He's been dropping music for a long time.
Yeah, I think I've dropped. This might be like 11.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 11,
what's it called?
12. Losses.
Yeah,
I dropped Wins back in 2019.
Dang.
So
is there a concept behind that? Is Wins like just all the wins, or?
No, Wins was more based on like my life at the time. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I had a lot of stuff to overcome. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I feel like if I get through this, I won. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I won. And I've been working on Wins 2 for probably about a year and a half. And in that process, even before that, I realized like I never really talked about the losses or the lessons in loss. That's really what it's about, lessons in,
That's cool.
in loss.
The juxtaposition too. It's like,
you know what I'm saying? I'm
you got both sides of it.
Yeah, and at first I was kind of stuck, trying to think of like what to call the project that I was gonna do with the extra songs.
Right.
I'm like, duh, like why not do losses, And I was actually talking with one of my business partners. We creating just a brand outside of my merch and my music and stuff like that. You know, we wanted to call it Wins and Losses. Yeah. So, you know, it worked out. You know what I'm saying? But the process was more, you know, focused on wins too. Yeah. And then, you know, having a lot of songs that you know, talked about different stories, different like shit that I went through.
Kind of in that category.
Yeah, fell in that category where it was like, you know, these ain't really triumphs. You know what I mean? This is more like the trials and the shit we had to go through beforehand.
And I think that's important, bro, because people like at times, right? Like I think people need to understand like the confidence that comes from some of these bars, right? So like a Drake, right? Some of his bars are cold, but like if he doesn't share, you know, the background behind it, and if people didn't know, like maybe he wouldn't be able to say it so confidently, right? Because it's the losses that make people understand where you came from. So it's not like you're here demanding some shit.
Well, that's where you learn.
It's like I'm gonna get mine.
Yeah,
I'm not here demanding. I don't want handouts, bro. Don't like, you know. I want to earn this shit, and that's probably, you know, how you feel even about the music. You don't want somebody to just throw you up there just because you like knew a guy, right? Like it's like let me get mine.
I want to grow organically. I want to connect with my fans the whole way. You know what I'm saying? And I want everything I do to be authentic. I want the people I interact with to be the same way. Yeah, you know,
because even like with J. Cole, because you're a J. Cole fan, right? You know, like 1985, he's talking about like basically it was Lil Pump like did a diss track to him, and he's like talking back to him. It's like, where's Lil Pump? Right? And he's like just telling, and they probably didn't make the right financial decisions either. The same way he was rapping in the song, you know. So I feel like it's always cool to like leave your print, you know, like, oh, I was here. Here's my journey.
Yeah, every time. Especially in what you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? If you can leave a stamp, that's, you know, one of the greatest things you could do, you know.
What about performing, bro? Do you enjoy like concerts and stuff?
I love performing. That's my favorite part.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because there's a difference, bro. Like I've there were a lot of like rappers that, so for example, Lil Pump, Snoop Dogg and Migos came to Denver one time for 420. Yeah. I got my little brother tickets with me, so we were like front, like literally the first people. Yeah. And Lil Pump came on, was trash, like performance. Yeah. I was like, I fucking hate this dude now. And then Migos came on later, and it was cold, and they like let it affect the performance so much, and it's like, I get that you're cold, bro, but these tickets are expensive.
Gotta prepare for that. Yeah, you gotta be prepared for that.
But Snoop Dogg, bro, killed it. Like this dude was just making the whole crowd move.
He used to the altitude. He done been here.
And he looked at me
he
like,
what he was getting himself into.
He would like look at me, and I'd start like, and then my brother would kind of like copy me, get into the music, and it's almost like he knew the crowd work, which is its own thing, you know.
Hell yeah.
Do you ever remember performing and it like just like 4 people, 3 people?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've done hundreds of those shows. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, it's a lot of times it has a lot to do with the promoters and you know how the party's promoted. Other times,
or even if you were doing it yourself.
If you just don't really have the marketing. Like I said, like we struggle with the marketing for years. So you know, there's been plenty of shows where we you know, we rehearsed, we got ready, you know, we took it serious on our end, but you know, as far as, you know, getting the word out, we fell short. You know what I'm saying? And we show up.
That's almost just as important sometimes, you know. What's a good concert that you went to where you were like, oh, this guy's lit? Or,
I went to Kendrick Lamar recently.
Yeah.
That shit. Cool. I had never even seen Kendrick live. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
he's barely putting out music when he does, but it's so fire.
It was a big deal. Kendrick and J. Cole's concerts at the Pepsi Center. Yeah. These past two, those were 2 of my favorite concerts.
I went to J. Cole's last one, except I went in Arizona. Me and my brother met up there. It was awesome.
Did you see Travis Scott when he came? Roller coasters and shit?
No, I don't think it was that.
Yeah, he had roller coasters all up through the Pepsi Center and shit.
What?
Yeah, it was
That's crazy, bro.
It was like in the air too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like you could ride him?
No, he was on it. He was riding the fucking roller coaster back and forth.
That's crazy, bro.
Some of the craziest shit.
Yo, he's so hype. That's a wild. Can you imagine getting off a roller coaster and then here's a mic? Yeah. Or you're mic'd up? You know?
The crazy thing is, like, it's like in 2022, you gotta really like wow the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
It's a show.
A lot of times, like we paying $200-300 to come to this arena performance. Like we don't really just want to see you walking around on the stage.
Yeah.
Like, but the fucked up thing is you didn't really realize that until you saw someone who really put that budget up. You know, and it made a huge difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kendrick's show was a million times better than I thought it would be.
Dude, I saw a video of him like. He's rapping, and you would think it's him, but it was a hologram, and then it just like disappeared.
Yeah, he was
so crazy.
It was a lot of wild shit, and not to say I didn't think the show was gonna be good.
Yeah.
But it was like Kendrick is so lyrical that you the way you pictured it in your head was just him standing there rapping all the words to you. You know what I'm saying? But it was like it was a real show.
Absolutely.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Absolutely, man. And let me ask you this: who's the first? Because I'm sure you guys are always like going and doing, events and linking up with people. Who was the first person where you're like, yo, I just met this person, that's wild? Or like they're even in the, like, oh, I'm in the same room as like, what the fuck? Who's the first person that like kind of wowed you?
I want to say Kanye.
Yeah?
Kanye West.
Yeah.
And this was like after graduation, I think.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I miss that Kanye too though.
Yeah.
I don't know. But let me get your opinion too. So with like did you see this interview that this man just dropped with Tucker Carlson?
Nope.
Oh bro, you should listen. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, because Kanye says some stuff that the media deems as wild.
Yeah.
But if you actually like listen to some of the shit, it makes sense. It's not like they're portraying him to be crazy or something, but some of the stuff makes sense. So go watch that interview and then let me know. But I'm a big Kanye fan. Were you a Kanye fan?
Yeah. Back
in the day too?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude. He was always bringing new type of music.
Yeah. His production was always crazy. He was one of the first like producers that I really was like, damn, this motherfucker is making the fuck out of these beats. You know what I'm saying? And J. Cole was too. You know what I'm saying? I was always like, damn, because he made it known that he was making his own beats in the beginning of his career.
Dang.
So you knew to kind of listen for that. But
who are like beat makers right now? That you really enjoy.
Man. I think I always like Mike Will's beats.
Yeah.
London.
Yeah.
Wheezy.
Yeah, dude.
Who else?
It's like Metro Boomin.
Yeah, like 1500 or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metro for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Metro for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I like a lot of up and coming producers. Kavi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My boy been putting work in for a while. I like a lot of, like I said, Pluto beats.
Yeah.
Gross God, Flim Dog 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I like a lot of them producers, you know what I'm saying?
What does the show situation look like for you? Are you guys about to tour this new album or
so I'm like I said, we working on the marketing, getting the sound out there for now. My next headliner will be here in Denver, November 30th.
November 30th.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could talk to these guys or, figure something out. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Well, awesome, man. Thanks for coming on the show.
I appreciate you.
Anything you want to tell the people, bro? I mean, if there's anybody, making music, listening, what advice would you have for the people just watching?
Stay in the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The more you do it, the better you're going to get.
Repetition.
You know what I'm saying? Bro. Repetition. That's where you're going to learn something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, y'all heard it here first. They call him AP. Thanks for coming, my friend.
Appreciate you having me.
We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.